Laura.
Hi. Hi there. Um, I like to be coached through this trauma that happened to me when I was little.
Okay.
And I think it comes down to my worth.
Okay. Thank you. So you guys know, you guys have all signed release forms. And I want you to know that we're honored to do this work. And I believe every single person on this planet has emotional trauma. Okay. And we reserve the right as spiritual people to do our trauma work. Okay. If anybody's not comfortable with this, you do not have to stay. If anybody's not comfortable with it, you never have to do trauma work. And we also, by law, have to say, please seek medical help or professional help if you're dealing with depression, if you're dealing with addiction, if you're dealing with any kind of, if you've dealt with kind of any kind of mental illness. Okay. Do I have my word? And then also I'm asking each and every one of you to hold neutrality, please. Can I get your word on that, to hold neutrality? Meaning that if you feel sorry for Laura as you're going through this, then you're actually going to create it into existence to keep on her track. Because it is what we resist persists, and we're going to simply know the truth for Laura, have her neutralize this incident, and have her gain the wisdom out of it, because trauma minus emotions equals wisdom. Okay? Okay, Laura, let's do this. I'm so honored. I'm going to walk you through this. You don't have to remember this stuff because I'll walk you through it as we go. Okay. We're going to do the E4 trauma method. There's 4 E's. Okay. So the first E is you're going to experience it, re-experience it as if it's happening right now, because on the spiritual track of our body, epigenetics is proving scientifically that all memory from all lifetimes is living and breathing as is now, meaning that whatever reactions, whatever upsets, whatever is still being charged on the DNA track is still being lived out right now in the present tense. Okay, whatever our ancestors went through is living in us. That's why we don't have to remember how to beat the heart and stuff. Okay, so everything good and bad lives in us. So the first is we're going to re-experience it right now. The second is evaluation, no evaluation. What keeps things on the track is the meaning that we put around it and the emotions that we keep energizing. So you're just going to have no evaluation around what happened. You're just going to say it as if it's happening now factually. And then third is emotions. We want you to fully feel the emotions. So Laura, do you have some Kleenex in case you need some Kleenex?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Grab some Kleenex. And we want you to fully feel the emotion. The emotion actually is where the key to all this is. When we fully feel the emotion, that's where the wisdom is going to come out of this. So that's why it's super important to fully feel the emotion. And then number 4 is we're going to walk you through an E for enlightenment. We're going to take a look at what limited beliefs did you command into your subconscious mind in that high state of emotional state. Right? Because the subconscious mind is informed by emotions and vibration. And the moment that we put a positive or negative meaning on something, we instantaneously inform and create the emotion, and it informs our subconscious mind. Okay, so we're going to look at what limited beliefs, what limited identity, what do you decide about yourself, life, and others. And then when we complete that, we're going to look at what new declaration you want to make for yourself. Okay, Laura, you don't have to remember all that. I'll walk you through them.
Thank you.
Thank you. So just taking a deep breath in through the nose, Laura. You can keep your eyes open or closed. And I want you to just take us there as if it's happening right now, and knowing that a traumatic incident is not like weeks of thing. It's one incident that could be somewhere between 5 minutes and 24 hours. Okay. So walk me through this as if it's happening now, Laura.
Okay. I'm 5 years old. We're visiting my parents' friend's farm. We're thinking of buying a farm because there's another trauma that's not connected to this trauma where I was abducted. So they wanted to move. And so anyways, I was at the farm and they left me with their friend's daughter who was about 5 or 6 years older than me. Prior to that, I never told my family about stuff she had done to me at the farm prior to this incident. So we were outside, everyone left to go look at this possible new farm we might move to, and left me with Charlene. And we were outside with a air rifle BB gun and shooting at the bell, and it seemed kind of fun. And then we went into the mud room, and that's when she turned on me with the rifle BB gun and was shooting at me, random pellets of the BB gun flying at me and calling me a spoiled little bitch, and that I don't deserve to live, and that she's laughing at me like I'm like those ducks that you shoot at the game that get knocked down, and she was just like calling me a bitch and spoiled. And then I got hit with a few pellets in by my arm area. And then she took me up to the bathroom and she sat on my chest and I couldn't breathe, and she got tweezers and she tweezered out the pellets that were in my arm.
Laura, you're
And
doing
then
amazing. Okay, keep going.
and she just told me to stop crying, don't be a suck, I'm just a spoiled little brat. And then she pulled them out and then she poured rubbing alcohol on it and it really hurt and I couldn't breathe and it was stinging. And then she told me if I said anything that she would kill me and my family. And then I don't remember, after that I blacked out.
Laura, you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for being so vulnerable. We're going to keep going through it. You're doing incredible. Okay. You're doing exactly perfect. Begin again, exactly as much detail as you can. Start now, fully feeling whatever's there.
Okay. So I'm at the farm. We're outside. There was actually a tree with a tire swing on it, and that was fun. I see my family driving out of the driveway. I'm with Charlene. We get the rifle gun and we're shooting at the bell, and that was fun. And then we went into the mud room area, and then that's when she turned the gun on me and she told me I was a stupid little spoiled bitch and I wasn't worth to live, and she laughed at me like I was the shooting duck game running back and forth, and she just kept on randomly shooting at me nonstop until I got hit. And then she took me up to the bathroom, and then she sat on my chest and I couldn't breathe. I felt so suffocated. And then she pulled them out with tweezers, which was super painful. And then she poured rubbing alcohol on them. And then she told me she'd kill me if I said anything.
Thank you so much. Laura, what did you decide about yourself in that moment?
I kind of just wish I would die, actually, I think.
Thank you. What else did you tell yourself?
That my voice isn't worth hearing. What I have to say isn't important.
What I have to say is not important. Thank you. What did you tell yourself about life?
That life was actually really scary, and I just wanted to hide away.
Thank you. You're doing amazing. What did you tell yourself about others?
That there are some really cruel, mean people, and I don't know why people are so cruel.
Thank you. What did you tell yourself about life?
Life was terrifying, and that there was like no unicorns.
Thank you very much, Laura. What else did you tell yourself about yourself?
That I must be it must be something horrible for this to happen to me.
Totally got that. I totally got that. I want you to begin again. Okay, Laura, you're doing amazing. We're going to neutralize this on your track. You ready to get the wisdom out of this emotion? I want you to begin again and go fully there in consciousness as if it's happening right now. Begin again.
So I'm at the farm. I see my parents driving off in the car with everybody to go look at the new farmhouse that we possibly can move to. I'm on the swing, and then we get the rifle BB gun, and we're outside, and it seemed very fun, jolly fun stuff, hitting the bell. It seemed like lots of fun. Then I get into the mud room, and then she turned the gun on me and started calling me a spoiled little bitch. I didn't need to, it wasn't worth living. She thought it was hilarious how I was like a shooting duck game. And she just kept on calling me a stupid, spoiled little bitch, and I'm might as well just be dead. And then she actually did I did get hit. And then she took me out to the bathroom, and she sat on me on my chest, and I couldn't breathe, and I was like suffocating, and I felt so claustrophobic. And then she got the tweezers, and then she tweezered out the pellets out of my arm, and then she poured rubbing alcohol on them, and it really hurt. And she told me that if I said anything, she would kill me for sure next time, and she would kill my family.
Thank you. I'm going to read back your commands, Laura. Commands are things that go through our life like puppet strings. They're playing out after the trauma. Okay, I'm going to read these back to you and let me know if there's one or some of them that stand out. They're usually things that we say under our breath when we're really upset. Okay.
Oh.
I wish I would die. My voice isn't worth hearing. What I have to say isn't important. Life is scary. I just want to hide away. There are some really cruel people. I don't know why people are so cruel. Life is terrifying. There must be something horrible. I must be something horrible for this to happen. I'm a spoiled bitch. I can't breathe. I'm suffocating. If I say anything, I will be killed. Do any of those stand out?
Yes, pretty much all of them kind of stand out, but I'd say just like my voice isn't worth hearing like what I have to say.
Do you say that when you're upset? Say you're in an argument with somebody or something. What do you say under your breath to yourself?
I just it's like forget it. There's no point kind of feeling.
Forget it. There's no point to it. Okay, that's another command you got. Thank you. I'm going to go one more time through the incident. Okay, we're getting there. You're doing really well. Okay, one more time through, and I want you to put no meaning on it. Fully feel whatever emotion is there, and we're going to spot again to just see if there's anything else that you told yourself. Okay, begin again.
Okay. So I'm at the farm. My mom and dad and their friends are driving out to go look at this farmhouse. I'm left with Charlene. We're on the tire swing, and then we decide to go shoot the bell with the air rifle gun. And then then we go into the mud room, and then she turns on me and she points the gun at me and tells me I'm a spoiled little bitch. I might as well be dead. And she starts shooting the gun at me randomly. She was laughing about how I was like the shooting duck game and that I was a worthless little bitch and I might as well be dead. And then she actually hit me with a pellet gun. And then we went up to the bathroom and she sat on me and I felt so suffocated and I couldn't breathe. And I was pleading with her that I couldn't breathe, and she just told me to shut up and I was a stupid little brat and that I was worthless and I should be dead anyways. And she plucked them out with the tweezers and poured rubbing alcohol, didn't listen to any of my pleas. And and then just told me, like, when everyone came back, I blacked out, but she just told me she would kill me if I said anything.
Thank you. So we want to look at what meaning, what limited identity did you create in that high state of emotion beyond my voice isn't worth hearing. I wish I would die. What I have to say isn't important. Life is scary. What else did you tell yourself? Anything else?
Just like wanting to be invisible.
How's that playing out in your life from then to now?
Not so good, because I don't want to be invisible anymore.
Okay, great.
And I've done a lot of work on myself, working on this, and I know that this one trauma was a really big one for me to really, really clear.
I can tell you've done some work on it already. You're doing amazing. How do you feel about the incident now?
I feel pretty neutral. It's
Good.
like I could watch it um and I don't feel like this hate towards Charlene like I used to, or a fear of her.
Great. Amazing. So the command and the limited belief for Laura is, I don't want to be seen, or I want to be invisible, right? That's your primary, or my voice isn't worth hearing. Is that the truth, Laura?
No.
It's not the truth. Amazing. What new declaration do you want to make for yourself in the realm of being heard, of being seen?
I declare that my voice will be heard of speaking the truth from my heart, and that I can help and uplift other people that have been through some similar sort of traumas, and that it's safe for me to be seen, and I am loved, and I am cared for, and I'm protected.
Yes, amazing, Laura. So good, you guys. So good. So let's just take a deep breath into the nose all together. And just exhaling out. And I recognize right now and right here, the truth is that nothing that Laura's ever been through can ever define her unless she says it defines her. I recognize all the suffering that she's been through, that she would never be handed that situation if she was not ready to be in the masterclass and master that so she can help others. I recognize whenever they've been through emotional trauma, physical trauma, all the above, that there's always a way to reclaim the truth of who they are. I renounce right now and anything that's ever happened that is not what she has decided for herself. I declare that she is not only visible, but her voice is heard. She's able to help transform trauma and help people across the globe, knowing that they are seen and they're heard and their voice matters. And so I just say yes to her calling, yes to her calling, as together we say, and so it is.
So it is.